What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Getting Technical Podcast. Joined by Raleigh and Sam. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Good. Feeling good. Episode 2.
Yeah, man. Ready to get it together. Took a little bit since the first one, but
yeah,
I'm glad we're finally getting it going. New setup.
Yeah, for sure. This is a lot better.
Yeah,
got two
definitely.
cameras
This is
now.
fire.
Yeah.
We're looking good.
Yeah. So what we wanted to start today with the KD Jaylen Brown talk, right?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So obviously, sports basketball fans have been aware of the details and the trade that was proposed or talked about. I don't know. How do you guys feel? You think that's like some disloyalty to JB?
I do. I mean, you saw his tweet right after it. But then the reports also came out that he does still want to remain a Celtic. But, I mean, he was arguably their best player in the finals. Not in the playoffs, but, I mean, I'd be offended. What about you guys?
I would for sure be offended. I mean, you basically took over, like you said, you took over in the finals. You did what you had to do. You kept your team in it against basically the dynasty of the 2010s, and they're really trying to bag him for a guy who won't stay on the floor, is a problem while he's off the floor. Like, KD's great and all. He's an all-time player, but it's like, is it worth the headache to bring him in? And if he doesn't mesh with Tatum, is it going to, like, kind of ruin everything and you're taking a step backwards and stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's a thing that we talked about in the group chat. It's like business is business. Like, I mean, I'm taking Kevin Durant over Derek White and Jaylen Brown. If I compare Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum together, and imagine Jason Tatum learning from Kevin Durant at a 23-year-old. If you've looked at their stats so far, they're identical up until 23 years old, and both lost in the finals at 23. So you can put, I mean, obviously they wanted Marcus Smart too, which is a stretch, okay?
Yeah,
but
that's
first,
tough.
right?
And a first, yeah.
And a first, yeah.
So it's like, but I'm saying you got Brogdon. I would go Brogdon at the 1, Tatum at the 2, KD at the 3. Then you can rock, you got Horford, Williams, Robert Williams, Grant Williams. You got some pieces where you can run a huge lineup with Jason Tatum at the 2 and KD at the 3. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. Moving in the playoffs,
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That is pretty crazy. And now that I think about it, it's like how you said it, like mirrors their careers. Right after the finals, didn't Harden leave also? And now he's losing his wingmate. Even though Russell was more of the wingmate for him in Oklahoma City, it's still kind of crazy how, like you said, it's kind of like a mirroring image.
Yeah.
I think the only argument you can make is that Jaylen's young and he's just getting better, while KD is, he's 34? He's going to be 35? He's getting up there regardless.
33, 34, right around there.
Yeah, and also it's like KD, like, if he doesn't like what's going on in a year, he could just request another trade. Like, with Jaylen, he wants to be there. They've figured it out, like, him and Tatum, how to play together. Like, they have good chemistry. So I don't think you can really go wrong either way. It's like either you get Kevin Durant, who's one of the best players of all time, or you run it back with a team that made the finals with Brogdon, Gallinari. But the one thing we also talked about is, like this is just proof that you can't blame the players, when they're trying to get out, because business is business. Like, especially with the Celtics, like, they did it to Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
Like, just kind of.
Yeah,
people
it's
will get mad at the player,
big jump from Isaiah to Jaylen, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, Isaiah was, like, what was he, the king of the fourth that year?
What
30?
he did for the Celtics that
And
year
for the
was
city,
ridiculous. And he played that game after his sister died in the car accident
And he played
with
hurt,
a bum
which
hip.
ended up really, I mean, that derailed his
Yeah.
whole career.
Yeah.
It did. But I just feel like the disloyalty towards Jaylen now, it's like, how can Jaylen, like, look at the Boston Celtics organization the same?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the tweet. He just tweeted, like, shaking my head.
Yeah.
It also, it's like, if you're a player, it's like, and every time a player who, like a KD or someone, like maybe if AD becomes available, it's like that hanging on your, like, over your shoulders or whatever you want to call it, like, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like if I'm Jason Tatum, I know I'm not getting traded for anyone. If I'm Luka, I know I'm not getting traded. Like, if you're an all-star, like, all-NBA caliber player and you have to deal with that, I'd be annoyed.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but, I mean... So, I mean, to finish, are you doing the trade?
If I'm the Celtics, to be honest, I wouldn't. I'm not risking it not meshing, and like you said, he can request a trade again and want to leave or just sit out or whatever. And it's just like it's not worth it. You know what you have. You add Malcolm Brogdon, that gives you another offensive weapon to kind of like push that forward, because that's kind of what hurt you towards the end of the finals. Tatum wasn't scoring. They needed another guy, and if Brogdon can come in and be that other guy, I think it kind of like keeps them in the conversation as one of the best teams. And it's just that I don't know if I'm worth giving up. It's what, Brown, Smart, a first round pick, and Derek. I mean, Derek White is like.
I mean, he's a good
player, but
piece.
it's but it's like
piece.
the main bulk of the trade is Brown, Smart, and a first.
Facts.
Which it's not worth it if you're not guaranteed that KD isn't just going to pull the same shit again.
What about if you're the Nets?
Oh, yeah, if you're the Nets, 100%. Because, I mean, at this point, it's a joke what's going on. I mean, it's a constant headache. It's a constant cloud hanging over the organization's head. Because, once again, just like what happened back in, when was the Brooklyn-Boston trade, 2012? 2013?
Yeah, right around there.
Right around whatever it was. It's like it's another instance of them getting the little brother label, and it's kind of just killing the franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm doing the trade. I'm taking Kevin Durant
for both sides.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Brooklyn
doesn't really have an option.
No, I wouldn't. If I was Brooklyn, I would not give up Kevin Durant. If I have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, I'm doing whatever I can to keep those two guys together with Ben Simmons. With Ben Simmons, we haven't even got to see that trio yet. So if I'm Brooklyn, hell no, I'm not getting rid of Kevin Durant. You don't get rid of a guy like that. And if I'm Boston, I'm doing whatever I can. If I don't have to touch Tatum, and I can get Kevin Durant, I mean, to me, that's like a no-brainer. Just because, like, you're talking about a generational player. Jaylen Brown, yes, he's a solid player. He's one of the top 5-6 shooting guards in the NBA right now. Absolutely. Is he an all-time great like Kevin Durant? No. I don't think so, not right now.
Yeah,
I don't think Jaylen Brown will surpass Dwayne Wade. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I don't know if he even gets that far.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Kevin Durant is a ring or two away from, like, if not already surpassed Dwayne Wade.
Oh, he is already past Dwayne
That's
Wade.
what I'm saying. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know why is Dwayne Wade the threshold for you right now?
Because I feel like Jaylen Brown is comparable to Dwayne Wade, like 6'4" shooting guard, athletic, is a scorer, really good defender. I feel like that's like his comparable, like, younger guy like that they could compare to.
No, yeah, I feel that. I'm not, like I said, I'm the opposite on that. I think it makes more sense for Boston to kind of keep what they have going. Like I said, you bring Malcolm Brogdon in, that offense kind of like takes a jump.
But even with Malcolm Brogdon, that team does not beat the Milwaukee Bucks with Chris Middleton.
No.
I mean, but that's yet to be seen, just like you said.
But I'm saying, but now bring Kevin Durant into the equation. Kevin Durant, Tatum versus
I think it really depends.
Brogdon, Durant, and Tatum versus Drew Holiday, Middleton, Giannis. Now we have a 7-game series, and you have a legit chance to go and be an Eastern Conference contender.
I think it depends for me, is if Marcus Smart is in the trade or not.
Yeah, he is. He is a game
Celtics,
changer.
I really don't want to. I don't want to throw him into the trade.
I don't think there's.
But if I'm Brooklyn
at
the same time, I need Marcus Smart to make that trade.
Yeah, you can only add so many first-round picks.
Yeah,
it's like if
the
you take
rumor was
Smart
like
out,
one pick. It's like if you're not going to give me Marcus Smart, I want like 3 or 4 picks.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure something will happen with Kevin Durant. Something eventually is going to happen. Who knows if it'll be with Boston?
I don't think either team loses with the trade, though.
Nah.
Another big part is I think that the Celtics defense drops off. You're losing your 2 best defenders. Who then guards your best player when it comes down, if they end up making it? Who guards Giannis?
Kevin Durant.
I mean, KD is a great defender.
Yeah, all right, so he is a great defender.
I know what you're saying.
The point is, it takes
Tatum on Middleton, Brogdon on Holiday. Yeah. You could go pick up Pat Bev. I'm sure they would go give him a veterans minimum to muck it up.
Also, I think it's just tough. You're losing both your top defenders.
Tatum
and that's
can
what
lock
got
up
you
too,
there.
though.
Yeah.
And then if Rob Williams can stay healthy,
there's
a few ifs with the Celtics. Like Rob Williams and Brogdon, like if those two can stay healthy,
they have
if
legit
KD
chance.
can stay healthy.
That's true too. Yeah.
So I guess we wanted to go into like a would you rather segment. Obviously, people are pretty familiar with these now. If
Yeah.
you watch TikTok and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
All over.
So I'll start with mine. So obviously, this is a segment. We pick a player. We give a list. Who would you take?
Yep.
So my guy, I chose James Harden.
Okay.
Okay. James Harden or DeMar DeRozan?
That's a
We're
tough
talking
one to
right
start.
now, right?
Right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's right now. I'd probably still take James Harden, just because he can we know he can handle the ball, and I think now that he gets another full off season with Embiid, maybe he figures it out and he's able to get back to his form.
I'm going James Harden. I'll take the chance.
Yeah, I'm taking James Harden too. James Harden or Zach LaVine?
James Harden.
James Harden.
James Harden. James Harden or Jaylen Brown?
I'd take Brown for the defensive reasons.
Wow.
I'll go Jaylen Brown.
I'm going James Harden. James Harden or Anthony Edwards?
James Harden.
Anthony Edwards. The upside, like,
Ooh.
can we factor that in at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can
Okay.
definitely factor it in.
I think they're close enough for me to go Edwards.
I feel like I'd have to go James Harden still.
Yeah.
James Harden or Trae Young?
Trey.
Harden.
Trae. James Harden or Chris Middleton?
I'll take Middleton. I'll take Middleton.
I'm gonna go Harden. I think.
James Harden. James Harden or Donovan Mitchell?
I'll take Mitch.
I'm going Spider.
I'm going Harden. He's
I mean, he's
it's
James
so
Harden,
close.
like-
It's so close, but like
Yeah.
I just feel like Harden still has more in the tank.
Based on everything that's been like shown online, though, like he's been working hard this summer.
Yeah,
to
I
get
think-
in shape. If he can come back to like what he was, even like when he was on the Nets, like I'm taking Harden probably over all those dudes, but because he was so shaky, like I kind of want to see it first.
Yeah. Last one I had was James Harden or De'Aaron Fox.
Harden.
Harden.
Harden. Okay. I just threw a bunch of like
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
and twos because he's kind of like interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was close. Yeah, Harden, I don't know. He could have like a crazy year this year. I feel like Harden could be like 25, 10, and 9 this year, and they could be like a 2 seed in the East.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I could see that.
Yeah, who you got?
My guy is Levine.
Zach LaVine? Okay.
First one up is Wiggins.
LaVine.
Levine for sure.
Levine or CJ McCollum.
LaVine.
Levine. But it's kind of close.
It is very
the
close.
CJ
I had to
is
think
tough.
about that.
CJ
Yeah,
is
yeah.
tough.
Yeah, I'd go Levine also. Levine or BI.
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram. Levine or DeRozan.
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 DeRozan. Levine or Mitch.
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell definitely.
Mitchell. Levine or PG.
Paul George.
Paul George.
Paul George. And the last one, Levine or Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler for sure.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
That was good. Who you got, Ross?
I got AD, Anthony Davis.
Okay.
So first one is Bam.
AD.
I'd take Bam.
Really? Just because of like health reasons and stuff?
I mean, health reasons, and at his peak, he's also a Defensive Player of the Year
True,
candidate.
true. All right, Zion.
Right now? Right now.
Yeah, right now, but you can factor in like the future if you want. The next 3 years.
Give me AD.
AD's 28 right now.
He's around that age.
All right. I think I'm still taking Zion. I said it last episode. I'm so out on AD.
I'll probably go Zion as well. I didn't even answer the last one. I would go AD over Bam.
Okay.
Cat.
Anthony
Cat.
Davis. I'm going Anthony
Yeah?
Davis over Cat.
I'm going Anthony
yeah.
Davis over Cat.
I'm going
All right,
Cat.
so next one, Anthony Davis or Brandon Ingram.
AD.
Anthony Davis.
All right, last one I got AD or KD.
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 Okay. Yeah. No,
All
that's
right.
good.
I like that segment a lot. Shout out players. Oh no.
Pick a
Shout
side.
out. What's it called?
Pick a side.
Pick a
Pick a
side.
side.
Shout
Yeah,
out
yeah,
Pick
yeah.
a Side podcast.
Yeah, that's where we got it from. So the next one I wanted to do was the under 25. So I feel like
This list goes viral every time it's done on Twitter. 'Cause
Yeah.
people,
it's
Strong opinions.
And-
We're going under 25. If you're 25, you can't be on the list?
Yeah, under 25.
Okay. I
Um,
think all these guys are.
yeah, I mean, I'm
under.
pretty sure.
I have to double check. I looked at 25 or under.
Yeah,
I
it might
just
be.
looked
It
like
might be
Jaylen Brown
25.
is 25, so I left him off.
Yeah.
But
He
there
didn't
might
even
be a
make.
few
He didn't
guys-
even make my. Oh no, he did make my list. I have him on my list. So if he's 25, that's fine. So 25 and under.
Okay.
That's
All right.
fair.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta.
you wanna
I
go
gotta
first,
remove
Wells?
someone.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to move someone?
Yeah. Go. One of you. I'll go last. I gotta change something.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
So number 1, I got Luka. 2 is Tatum. 3 is Zion. 4, I got Ja. 5 is Trey. 6 is Bam. 7 is Brandon Ingram. Ant at 8. 9 is LaMelo. And then I got Shy at 10.
Wow. Why do you? So you have John Morant better than Trae Young?
Yeah, I do. I
It's
think
so close for me.
Yeah, I think it is close. I think that we've seen how they both kind of perform in the playoffs. I feel like it's kind of similar. I think that Ja playing in the West was a little more difficult on him, and he obviously doesn't have John Collins with him. I felt like surrounded Trey had a better team than Ja did, and I just felt like he did more with less.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just a Trae Young guy. I just think Trae is special.
Oh, I mean, I got Trey next. It's not like
No,
it's not like he's 10 or anything.
minor interchange.
Yeah.
I have Luka 1, Tatum 2, Trae Young 3, John Morant 4, Devin Booker 5, Zion Williamson 6, D Mitch 7, Jaylen Brown 8, Brandon Ingram 9, Ben Simmons 10.
Love to Ben Simmons.
I still think Ben
That's
Simmons.
a big Zion drop. You got Zion at
it's
7?
It's hard to put Zion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Zion's better than Luka?
No, I mean, I had
Is
Zion.
he better than Tatum?
No.
Is he better than Trae Young?
Yeah, I had him at 3. I think he's better, yeah. He came in and averaged 26 and 7 as a rookie.
Trae Young averaged 28 and 10 last year, and
Last year, that's his
29
third or
and-
fourth year in the season. In the
year 2 he averaged 29 and 10.
Okay, I understand what you're
He's a
saying.
point guard.
Zion's a power forward and he's averaging 26.
Yeah, he's shooting
Point guard
layups.
handles the ball. Shoot layups. Not a 360 dunk. No, he just takes layups all
Trae Young's
day.
pulling from half. He's getting double teams, and he's 5'11", 160, soaking wet.
And
I just think
and
it's so much-
Zion's 285 and he's running the floor like he's
If
he's
you're building a
220.
team, you're picking Trey over
Trae Young,
or
absolutely.
Zion?
I'm,
Fully healthy
I'm
Zion?
taking
Absolutely.
Zion 100%.
Trae Young.
Ooh, I gotta go Zion.
If they come out in the
also.
same draft,
What-
Zion's still the number 1 pick.
When has a power forward other than Tim Duncan, right? Unless you want to,
LeBron, you could say LeBron.
yeah, LeBron is
They're
a
like
1.
the same size.
LeBron
same
is like a
Zion.
1 or a 3. He's not no
Point
4.
forward.
All right, but Zion was basically playing point guard when he was like, whatever, 2 years ago.
I mean, if he gets it off the rim and pushes
Point
coast to
Zion.
coast, that's not a point guard. I'm talking about a guy that like controls the game. When was the last time a guy like that really won? Like Tim Duncan didn't do that, but he was a 4. So if we consider him a 4, sure.
you're saying a guy like Zion.
Yeah, like when has a guy a guy
a
like Zion
dominant
can
power
never
forward?
win as a 1, like as a key piece, right? So like
I mean,
Zion,
KG won.
huh?
KG won.
Yeah, but he had Paul Pierce, he had Ray Allen and Rondo, and KG wasn't the number 1 guy. KG was a 2 on that team. Paul Pierce was the number 1 option. KG was 2. Ray Allen was 3.
I mean, I
but-
think you could say Brandon Ingram and Zion are interchangeable, no? Brandon Ingram's an all-star.
Yeah, but neither of those guys are a number 1 guy on a winning team, on a championship team. Both of those guys are.
Yet they've
But
only played
is
one
Trey,
season
though?
together.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for like the future. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. So I was just saying like, I don't think Zion could be a number 1 option on a championship level team. Zion could be a 2nd or 3rd option, but I think Trae Young could be a 1st option. Personally, on a championship team, if surrounded by if
The right
Trae Young
guys.
was surrounded by C.J. McCollum and Brandon Ingram,
You
that
think?
moving forward, right?
Yeah.
Say 2-3 years from now, that could be a champion. That could be a contender. I don't
But so can
think.
the Pelicans right now. They can't be a contender?
No, in the West, no
Yeah.
shot.
With a healthy Zion, they have
Yeah.
a chance.
A
What the hell these-
contender.
I mean, they're easy.
Bro,
Okay,
Okay,
Warriors. Wait, Warriors.
Lakers.
No.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
say
okay.
yes or no.
Lakers.
Say yes or
Oh, I
no.
thought you were going down like the
No. I'm saying
rank-
so.
oh, okay,
so
okay.
would they contend with the Pelicans, Warriors? No.
To make the playoffs, you said?
No, contender. If we're playing in a Western Conference Finals,
Oh, all right. No, they're not.
Lakers healthy.
No.
Yes, I think.
You think that-
the
you
thing
think-
for me is when I say contender, and I agree with you when you like with that is like, so many things happen in the playoffs, and it's like, you just gonna want to have an opportunity. You want to be in the mix, and I think healthy Zion, with that team and Bi with a little bit more experience that he just got, I think like if something goes wrong, there's no reason why they can't step in and like be right in the mix.
And that's
Fully healthy, everyone. I think they're probably more like 5 or 6 seed, maybe even
They're like
7.
I mean, that's the same exact thing that happened.
8.
Bro,
All right, but either way, the Warriors,
Clippers.
the
They're
Warriors
good.
were 6 seed when they won their first chip.
Zion's fucking with Paul George and Kawhi in the playoffs.
I don't think they're
Come
gonna
on.
stop him.
But
I don't think he's getting stopped. They might beat them, but Zion is still gonna
But
get
that's what I'm
his.
saying. But like Zion might be like a stat machine, but how is this guy gonna be a winner?
I think it
in
depends
the
on
league?
Brandon Ingram.
He's played what? 90 games total? You're saying,
Close.
is he a winner in the league? Or you sound like
I'm
Skip going on LeBron after his first NBA game.
Nah,
like,
I
give
just
him a
don't-
shot, bro.
But like, if you watch a guy like that, like you should like, we've seen this type before. Like, I don't think.
I remember everybody saying when Zion came in the league that he was a freak of nature. We've never seen it like it before. He
No,
plays
but I'm
one
saying-
season, gets hurt, and now we've seen it before.
The only other rebuttal I have is
But when
Zion's a power forward, whatever, small forward, power forward, center. He could play anything he wants, basically. But the thing is, what you said is like no one like him has kind of won a chip. But
What about Giannis?
yeah, like I think you could compare him to like Giannis, guys like they're just freaks of nature. But the thing is with Trey is like the only real recent small point guards outside of Steph. Like as the best player, like Steph is the clear best player on Golden State.
Yeah.
Outside of when they had KD, but Steph's done it twice as the best player.
Yeah,
Before
I mean, that's
that, like
outside of
when
that,
was
when's
it?
the last
Like,
time a
when
point
the
guard
point
won?
guard was the best player, a small point guard too.
well, because I mean,
Isaiah
it's
Thomas
been
and the
LeBron.
Pistons.
It's been LeBron and like it's been all these guys. It's
But
been
even in the
Kobe,
early
it's been-
2000s,
it's
But I'm
been
saying
Kawhi.
we're talking present day. So I
Yeah.
mean, so who has ran the league for the last 7 years?
Giannis. Oh, all right. LeBron, Giannis. What do you?
Stephen Curry.
Yeah, Steph or
Seven,
LeBron, yeah.
7 to 8 years has been Stephen Curry, a small point guard, a small shooting point guard that gets up and down and gets up a lot of shots. Zion is going to get you 25 and 12 every night
I
for
see that.
sure.
I see what you're
But are we
saying.
really comparing Zion to Giannis right now?
I think if he does what he did.
So Zion
in
is a
his-
defensive
was that
player of
his
the
rookie or
year.
sophomore
He's an
year?
MVP.
He could
He's a-
defi-
he's a
I think
finals
definitely-
MVP?
He's definitely gonna.
I think he can be. Yeah.
Yeah, MVP for sure.
I think so.
MVP for sure.
As a 7 seed?
Well, if he
what
plays
did
that
Giannis do
well-
his second year? Nothing. Giannis weighed 135 pounds, soaking wet in his second year.
All right,
Zion's head touches
Zion's
the top of the
age 20
backboard.
season. He was 27 points a game, 7.2 rebounds, and basically 3.5 assists.
And his team was 19 and
But he shot
60.
62% from the field, which is wild.
He shot layups. His team's 19 and 60.
Fair. 26.3 PER. Crazy. But I don't know. I think Zion like
All right, so but this is the point I was trying to make earlier. When, like how you said, anything can happen in the playoffs.
yeah, I mean look
That's
at
that's what
happened.
hold on, that's what happened with the Warriors in 2015. Every single team they played, everybody had a major injury. Conley was injured. Chris Paul got injured. I forgot the last Western Conference team, but they had an injury. And then obviously K-Love and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Any
You can
team
make
could
the
have an
case
injury,
for-
and anybody can get on a hot streak in the playoffs. Why can't it be the number one overall pick from 3 years ago?
Yeah. I mean the
Because
Raptors
they're
when they
not-
won their chip. The
'Cause he's
Suns
not a point
finals
guard?
run last year. Injuries
Yeah, because like
everywhere.
at the end of the game, it's
the
like
Bucks too last
end
year.
of a game, like how are you getting the ball? Like when what power forwards take over the game at the end of a game? Like since Tim Duncan, like
Giannis.
Giannis is not like a 4 though. He's not playing like back to the basket. Like
I know what you mean. I don't
Zion-
think Zion's gonna be playing.
You know what I'm
back to
saying?
the
Like
basket,
Giannis
though.
is like getting it on the wing and he's driving. Like
Yeah.
Zion's like getting it off the glass. He's playing.
He's out jumping everyone.
He's out jumping.
getting-
Like
yeah.
he's getting it in the post. He's taking 2 back down dribble. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
he's
I
doing
guess-
stuff like that. But I'm saying like when the push comes to shove at the end of a basketball game, like motherfuckers in the post like don't really get it. Like who scores at the end of games? Wings and guards, superstars like guards like Steph, Kawhi, KD, LeBron. We're talking Zion does not have that game. Zion and mind
he's
you
only
in the
20 years old.
yeah, but he will never have that type of game.
Never had
I don't.
that type of game. Nobody thought Giannis was. Nobody thought Giannis was
Giannis
going to be
doesn't.
able to
Giannis
shoot.
doesn't have Kawhi.
Giannis don't have to shoot.
Giannis doesn't
Neither
have
does
that type of-
Zion.
Zion is
I
6'6". Giannis is 7 foot.
But he can't. They don't have the same vert. He can't get as high as him.
Yo,
and even if
6
even if he's,
inches is crazy.
I understand 6 inches is crazy, but he's still a physical freak to the point where if he's on, nobody's guarding him.
But it's
And I
like,
understand what you're saying when it push comes to shove at the end of the game, wingers have the ball and they go to work. I understand that 100%. But Zion's 20 years old. He can learn how to do that.
no, I'm not saying. I think Zion for his career, staying healthy, he will be a 27-12 guy a night.
But he can't be an MVP.
Nah, that's not going to win you games in the NBA. Like how many guys average 23 plus?
He could definitely be like an MVP regular season. I think what you're saying is more like postseason type stuff when the game slows down.
Yeah, and
That's
you have to be
that's
able
the
to
point
shoot
you're
the
making, right?
ball, and you
Yeah.
have to be like what they do to Giannis.
I think that's
Remember
where-
what they
I
did
think
to
that's
Giannis? The who did that?
Celtics?
The Celtics or the Sixers. Where they just walled up
Yeah.
and they just put all their bigs in, and Giannis played like shit.
But the benefit to the
Zion cannot shoot the rock. Giannis shoots better than Zion right now.
it's close. They're both really
Yeah,
not
it's
good. They're
close.
just neither of them. You don't want either of them shooting the ball.
Giannis
from
mid range
outside
is
the
not
paint.
bad last year.
It got better for sure.
Yeah, not bad.
But the thing is, but what you said before about how like Steph has those guys, or whoever you want to say has those guys around him to make him better. He has Bi, he has CJ. Like all these guys can take that pressure off him, like because they can stretch the floor. So I think that will open it
Yeah.
up for him, and it's like that's where Zion can go get those second chance points and things like that. But I see what you're saying is like being like the main guy, like game on the line, ball in his hands.
It's like, what are you doing with it?
But I still would trust Zion with the ball. Like he seems to always find a
So
way to make
your
things happen.
game on the line. You have Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. You're giving the ball to Zion to shoot the game winner.
No, I'm giving it to Brandon Ingram, bro.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
But if you're saying who I don't want for the whole game, I think I'm gonna go Zion.
But
Yeah.
so crunch time, 99, 8 seconds left, inbounding the ball. Who are you giving the ball to?
Brandon Ingram. But with that being said, I think like I picked Brandon Ingram over most
Zion, I
of
think
the
Zion
players
is
in the league
third
right now.
option right there, though. I'm giving it to CJ
I put
before I
CJ
get.
last because he's tiny.
Yeah, but he's a shot creator. He's gonna get a
Yeah.
shot. The refs ain't giving you a foul. Zion's not bullying his way to the basket and getting a foul.
He don't want to shoot free throws either. That's the other issue.
That's what I'm saying. So
But-
that's why you're talking about CJ McCollum, who is probably not even a top 10 shooting guard in the NBA, and Brandon Ingram, who is not a top 5 small forward in the NBA. Zion can't even get the game-winning shot right now with over those two guys. You guys are talking about
I mean,
MVP.
that's just you with the CJ.
I'm
thing.
not saying he's going to be the MVP next year, but he's 20 years old. By the time he's 25, I'm sure he'll be able to learn how to shoot a basketball properly in the NBA on an NBA kind of level.
You thought the same with Ben Simmons.
I thought the same with Giannis, and Giannis proved it. So you got 1A, 1B. Which one is Zion
I would
going to
still
be?
take
We'll have to
Zion over
wait and
Trey,
see.
Zion over Trey?
I would still take. It's close, but I would still
Yeah,
take Zion.
no,
over
it's
Trey.
fair.
To be honest, I forgot how
With
this
that being
argument
said,
started,
though,
bro.
did you finish your list?
It was under
How we
under
went back and
25.
forth.
Did you
Yeah.
finish your
Yeah,
list?
yeah, I did.
Because with that being said, as I said
Because
that,
I went back at him. I was like, oh, wow, you had because the thing is like my list, I had Zion and Trey back to back. He has Trey at 3 and Zion at 6. That's a big jump.
the
So
funny
you
thing is,
like Zion, sorry, not to go on a crazy rant again. You think so? You would take Zion over Devin Booker?
I actually forgot about D-Book.
Come on.
After you said D-Book, bro, I was like, wow,
Wearing a
I
Suns
really
jersey.
forgot about him. I know.
Like
So,
so,
it's J Kidd, though, so.
yeah, but so you're taking Devin on a championship team. You want Devin Booker as your guy or Zion? Bro, I'm going D-Book like 10 times out of 10.
Dude, it's tough. We've only seen 1 year of Zion,
Booker
really.
had 70. D-Book had 70.
All right, yeah, D-Book had 70. And after that, what happened?
Bro, he averaged 25, 5 and 5 last year. He's been to the
Zion averaged
finals.
27, 7, and
Played like 40
3.
games.
you know what's funny is it's my turn, and I'm gonna eat my words because I just said I would take Zion over Trey,
And you
I
have
looked at
Trae
my
on.
list and I have Trey over Zion. I got Luka 1, I got Tatum 2, I got Book 3, I got Edwards 4, I got Ja 5, Trey 6, Zion 7, Jaylen Brown 8, Evan Mobley 9, and I got Bam at 10.
Evan Mobley.
no Ingram.
You know,
That's crazy that he's still under
That's
25.
like-
That's crazy.
Super crazy.
and now that you say that, I was looking at a few lists and I didn't even see his name on there. I would put Brandon Ingram at 10.
Yeah.
He's
And
probably
that's how-
20, I think
that's
he's
how I feel.
25. That's why.
Yeah.
Because I think
25
the
years
list I was looking at was under, which is
Under.
why half these guys weren't on it. And then
Right,
as
right.
we're talking, I'm like, that guy's 25? Like, I thought we were doing under 25. So I would put I would actually probably put Ingram at 9, and then I'd probably move Mobley to 10, and I would just take Bam off.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I'd probably, and to fix mine because I didn't have Book, I'd probably put Book at 7, move Ingram down to 8, Ant at 9, LaMelo 10, Shaw's out.
Shai's out. Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. The thing
You
is,
said
there's
Mobley,
so many.
and nobody
good-
said Scotty Barnes either.
He's close, but Mobley, like he is just.
I don't even know if Scotty's top 15, top 20 under 25.
No, but Scotty Barnes, he's really he's.
yeah,
great.
yeah, he's gonna be
But
good.
there's so much talent in the league. It's crazy.
Jordan Poole.
I mean, all
Yeah.
these guys are 25. Like that's. I feel like Devin Booker's 28. Like he's been in the league so
I
long.
know. He came in at like 19.
It's kind of like,
Same with Brandon Ingram. Like what?
yeah, Brandon
those guys
Ingram's
came in
a
at
crazy
18,
one.
19.
Yeah.
It's
Got,
the same
got
thing
that
with
Andre
guys
Drummond
like,
effect.
Yeah.
Andre Drummond was in the league. I felt like forever, and they're like, oh yeah, he's still 27 years old. He's got time to figure out. I'm like 27.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is now, but still.
Wait.
All right. So let's jump into our greatest lefties of all time. I just I thought of this because when I was talking about Harden earlier, I was like, yo, like there's been like a lot of good lefties. Obviously not as many as righties, but the lefties that have played have been pretty good. So it's our top 5 all time. So I got Bill Russell 1, James Harden 2, David Robinson 3, Nate Archibald 4, and I got Ginobili 5, and my 6th honorable mention was Chris Mullin.
All right. You want to go, Rawls? You're the lefty here.
I am the lefty, the one who forgot about all the lefties also. I got Bill Russell 1, I got David Robinson 2, I got James Harden at 3, Chris Mullin 4, Tiny Archibald 5, and then my honorable mention is Willis Reed.
Okay, cool.
I got Harden 1, Russell 2, Manu 3, Mullen 4, Bosch 5. Honorable mention is David Robinson.
Tough.
Leaving the Admiral off the list.
I mean,
That's cold,
Chris
bro.
Bosh over David Robinson?
Yeah.
Wait, Chris, did you say?
Chris Bosch, bro.
David Robinson, he had 70 also. You don't like guys that score 70, huh?
He also had a quadruple double.
Yeah. How many? 2 rings?
And this man served in the
MVP,
Navy
defensive
first before he played
the
ball.
Army or something like that.
One of those two.
Yeah.
No, wasn't he was in the army? I thought his dad was in the army.
Nah, man.
I'm pretty sure he
He
was.
went to
was?
the-
I think he
I'm
like
pretty sure
took a
went to the
season
Naval
off.
Academy or the.
He like took a season off and went to Navy or
Went to
Army.
boot camp, hung out for a
Nah,
year
he
and
like
dipped?
served.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy's a monster. All right. So our last segment for like would you rathers or lists, whatever, is the duos, because obviously the NBA we spoke about earlier, like how crazy like everyone has a duo. The NBA is like super talented right
Just
now.
stacked. Yeah.
So we're gonna do a would you rather with a duo, and then we're gonna pick other duos in the NBA and choose them. So
Yeah.
who wants to start it up?
I could start it
You
up.
got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so my duo is Giannis and Middleton. So the first would you rather is Giannis and Middleton or LeBron and AD?
Right now, I'm gonna go LeBron and AD for this next year for sure.
I'm gonna go Giannis and Middleton. I keep saying I'm done with AD.
I'm going to go Giannis and Middleton too. Just because if AD was like we knew he was going to be healthy for the year, I would go with him, but
Yeah.
I'm not taking that chance. Next is Giannis and Middleton or Jokic and Jamal Murray.
Giannis and Middleton.
Giannis and Middleton.
Giannis and Middleton for me too.
Super close though.
Yeah, definitely.
Jamal Murray's really good.
It's just like
He's under 25 also.
yeah. There's just too many.
It's just he hasn't played. He didn't
yeah.
play last year, so it's like we
Yeah.
kind of forgot. But like
Yeah.
he might squeak in that top 10.
Yeah.
He's close.
He's close for sure. All right, so next is Giannis and Middleton or Embiid and Harden.
Giannis and Middleton. I mean, I haven't seen enough of Embiid and Harden to put him over a duo that's won a chip.
I'm gonna go Embiid and Harden.
It's so close for me. I'm gonna go with Giannis and Middleton still. Just because I still want to see what Harden does, like I said before, but it's so close.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Giannis and Middleton or Cat and Anthony Edwards.
Giannis and Middleton.
Giannis and Middleton.
Giannis and Middleton for me too.
Cool.
I think in 2 years, that's a bit of a conversation. If Anthony Edwards does what we think he's gonna do.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think Anthony Edwards will be light years better than Chris Middleton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Cat, I mean, as good as Cat can be, he was shaky in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He just makes some questionable decisions.
But that's what I'm saying. Those fours. Like, what are you gonna do?
5.
He's
I
a
don't think
4
Cat
5.
and
He's a
Zion are the same type of power.
They're not the
forward,
same
though.
type of power forward, but you still ain't giving that motherfucker the ball at the end of a game. I'm
Is
giving
he-
that to
isn't he also
D'Lo
one
or
of the-
Ant-Man.
isn't he also one of the
Cat's
best
just gonna
shooting
dribble
big
the
men in
ball
the
out
league?
of bounds, and Zion's gonna he might just muscle through and finger roll that shit up.
I guess I don't know. I'm a
This dude
basketball
Cat
guy.
was doing
I'm
the
a
most
guard.
ridiculous shit in the playoffs. It wasn't even
Yeah,
funny.
that I
he
just
was
don't.
stepping out of bounds like 3 seconds. Like it was.
I don't trust big men. I don't trust big men with the ball at the end of a game. I don't want to give the ball to my
There's
forward.
like 2. There's like.
I want the ball in my guard's hands at the end of a game. My
If
guard
we're
or my
talking
wing.
centers, there's only 2 that I want the ball in their hands, and that's Embiid and Jokic. I'm not counting Giannis as a center.
Yeah,
I trust those 2 guys to
Yeah.
make the play.
that's fair.
All right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Jokic to make the play. Do I want Jokic taking the shot? No. I'd rather Jamal Murray taking that shot or Michael Porter Jr. getting the kick.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, but Jokic is he's like he's like LeBron in the way that he's
That's what I'm
just gonna
saying.
make the perfect pass. You're gonna be wide open in the corner set.
That's why I can trust him at the end of the game.
Exactly.
I mean, I could
know
trust
if
him
I
taking.
can-
I could trust him taking
I
the
would
shot.
trust him taking the shot.
I mean,
as
if
well.
if they're down by 3 and you need to hit a 3, probably not. But if it's a 1-point game and he could just there's 10 seconds left on the clock, he gets the ball in the high post, let him go to work. Maybe he hits a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
it's all
so
situational,
interesting
really.
Because Bill Simmons has this thing. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically like a ranking of players that you need to see in person.
Yeah.
And he said it's obviously like Steph, LeBron, He said like Giannis is wild in person. I saw Jokic in November. It was the game that MPJ got hurt. Bro missed a wide open layup and then started limping off. Like it was so confused. The whole arena was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
But this dude, they were playing the Rockets. They're horrible. But this dude Jokic, like he wasn't. It didn't even look like he was trying. It was like every time he was like, "All right, let me do something," he just either made the perfect pass or he just went by everyone, laid it up, or he got 2 free throws. Like he can really get any shot he wants.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And
Jokic
it's-
is special for sure.
Definitely.
Who's up? You
Yeah, I'll go.
duos?
Yeah, duos. I got my duo is Trey and DeJounte Murray.
Cool.
Taking them or Levine and DeRozan.
Trey and DeJounte.
Trey and DeJounte.
I'll take Trey and DeJounte too. Trey and Murray or Brandon Ingram and Zion.
Trey and DeJounte.
I'm taking Bi and Zion.
Nah, yeah, I was just kind of being facetious.
Yeah,
right
I
there,
felt
I'd
it, I
honestly,
felt it.
I'd take Brandon Ingram
I mean,
and Zion.
you're a big Trey Young person. So
I'm
I
just
could
not that
see-
high on DeJounte.
Zion
is better than DeJounte
They're
Murray.
they're perfect like
That's for
offense
me
defense
why
group
I'm
though.
not gonna probably pick that duo over most.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what DeJounte Murray looks like when he doesn't have the crazy high usage and he's the only person that really matters in the offense.
And playing off the ball.
Exactly.
He's not a catch and shoot guy, but yeah, I'm taking Brandon Ingram and Zion over Trey
Yeah.
Young and DeJounte. I am.
Trey Young and DeJounte, or I had Chris Paul and Book.
This year? Just
Yeah,
this
going
year
into the
we're
season. Yeah,
I'm taking CP and Book. It's not even close for me.
I'm going Trey and Murray.
That's bold.
I think
I respect
I think Paul's cooked, bro. I think he's cooked.
I just think Booker's so much like I'm taking Booker.
Yeah, I got to right
Over
now. I
Trey.
got to go. I got to go CP3 and Book.
Yeah.
Because I
you
think
thought about it, like
no, I did, but CP3 is better than DeJounte Murray still right now. He's a winner. Chris Paul's a winner.
he just finds a way to make it,
Yeah.
especially in the regular season. Even
Yeah.
when he's not hurt in the playoffs, like
Bro, he's good. Chris Paul's still good.
he's just he just makes things happen.
Who else you got?
the last one I had was Trey and DeJounte, or it was a ridiculous one. I mean, I know who you're gonna pick. It's I put Kawhi and PG because I was also thinking like what happened last year.
Yeah,
We haven't really seen them play too much together,
Kawhi and PG.
but it's Kawhi and PG.
Kawhi and PG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my duo I had was Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet. So Siakam and Fred, or Butler and Bam.
Butler and Bam.
Butler and Bam.
I'm going Siakam and Fred.
Really?
Just because I think Siakam is better than
Siakam-
Bam. I think Siakam
Oh,
is.
I
I think
agree.
Siakam is a lot better than Bam, than the gap between Jimmy and Fred.
Really? I was gonna say the opposite. I think the fact that Bam's like he even said he's like I should have won.
I'm not
DPOY.
high on him. I don't know why.
Bro, I was thinking about
I
this
don't
today
like him.
because I was listening to.
You don't like
Zach-
fours, do you? He doesn't
He's a
like.
five.
He doesn't like
I
a
was
4 or
listening
5. He
to
doesn't
Zach-
like bigs.
I was listening to Zach Lowe's podcast and they were talking about the Heat, and like everyone I listen to, everyone's like Bam, 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 Bam this, Bam that. Great player. I'm not trying to rip on him. What does he like? He's great on defense, but like his offensive game is not like it's.
He gets
It's
you like
not-
13 and 7.
Bro, like he was disappearing during the playoffs.
Motherfucker lost me a lot of money on FanDuel this year too.
like he,
like
his
like
offensive
motherfucker
game
could not
is
get
just
6
not anywhere
rebounds.
near where everyone's like he's an all NBA guy. It's like, nah, you got to be able to give me 20 a night at least. And I mean, he might average something like that, but it's like I don't trust him. If I need a bucket, we're talking about Zion. Bam Adebayo, he's like my
But
that's
fourth
a
or
huge
fifth option.
difference.
But Bam would be like a good would you rather candidate because the center position is pretty weak in the NBA. But I feel like there's still 5 or 6 centers I would take over Bam right now.
He's still like defensive player of the year candidate. Like he's probably easily a top 3 defender, and he's probably a top 5 center. I mean, he
Yeah.
might even be. There's not that many good centers in the league. But like people,
Joel, Jokic, Kat, Gobert. Who am I forgetting? Well, then
I would take him over
Then
Cat
it's
then
really.
it's Clint.
just because he's so
Clint.
good defensively. I just don't. He just
I'm
has
taking
no
him over
offensive
Clint.
game. I still like Bam as a player, like as I just ripped into his offense, but like he's
Nurkic.
still really good.
I'm taking him over Nurkic.
I'm taking over Nurkic for sure.
Yeah,
Nurkic's
no, I'm
always-
just
he's
like
always
that.
injured as
That's
well.
where
Yeah,
we're
he's
at
just
after like
rattling
the
them
top
off,
4 or
yeah,
top
yeah.
5.
The thing with me to Bam is like I had him as my 10th best guy, 25 or under, but it's like people seem to like make
Make
it
him
out
better
like
than
he
he
should
actually
be in the
is.
top 10 player in the league conversation.
Yeah.
type
You think he's
shit.
better than Vooch?
Ooh.
I might take Vooch over him.
Vucevic
is
he's
tough.
such a liability defensively.
But
Vucevic
that's-
is
but that-
terrible on
But
defense.
that's the same thing you said about Bam on the offensive end.
Yeah, but Bam is more valuable on defense than I feel like Vucevic is on offense.
I mean, when he was the top option in Orlando, he was putting up buckets.
I mean, bro, if you're 7 foot and you play 35 minutes a game, the ball is gonna fucking land in your lap 15 times a game. If you
So
just
why
stand
can't
under
Zion
the
be the
rim.
MVP?
Huh?
No, I'll just mess with you.
Because they're gonna go 20. Well, with this crew, they might win like 36 games and be like a 10, a play-in.
Who?
New Orleans, like 8.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chicago with Vooch.
No.
I was like, yo.
I'm saying the Pelicans like a 8-9.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's continue. So we got Siakam and Fred or De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis.
Siakam and Fred.
Siakam and Fred.
Siakam and Fred. Siakam and Fred or Garland and Mobley.
I need to see more out of them. I'm
Right
just
now-
gonna take Fred and Siakam.
Yeah, right now I go Siakam and Fred, but I think in like
Potential
a
wise,
year, like
Yeah.
I'm probably switching that answer.
It's close, very close. Garland's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna go Siakam and Fred. Siakam and Fred or Ja Morant and Bane.
Siakam and Fred.
Siakam and Fred, but I think it's close.
Yeah, like with that group, like you have like Ja Morant's the 1, Siakam is the 2, Fred is a 3, and then like 4. So
Yeah.
it's a 1 and
I
4
th-
versus the 2
yeah.
and 3.
I think
But
it's
I
tough.
guess but I would still have to go Siakam and Fred.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, I went Siakam and Fred for all of mine.
I mean, they're really good.
No, they are.
They're really like Fred is.
I'm a
like-
huge fan of Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
That's why. Like, I think he's so good, and like he's just like an undrafted like 6-foot guard that can like really
Yeah.
shoot it. And I'm kind of biased towards those guys, as you could tell. But,
Yeah,
Um.
at least you're consistent.
Yeah. There you go.
Do we want to talk Draymond contract?
Yeah. We could wrap it up
Yeah.
with the
Let's
Draymond
wrap it
talk.
up.
So
Apparently, it's
what is it like? I saw like briefly what it was about.
apparently it's 138 million is the max. I'm not sure over how many years that is.
Sounds like 3.
I think it would be 4.
Yeah. Now that I'm
4
doing,
would
now
be-
that I'm doing the math, it's
extension.
probably 4.
Yeah. I feel like you have to. You
Just,
got to
like,
pay
out
that
of
guy.
respect.
Well, because you got to keep this core together, and I mean it's not until another 2 years, right? Or it's not this summer.
Let me look it up.
I think it's.
Well, yeah, it's an extension.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's 2 years from now. So I feel like you just do it one out of just the respect of what this guy's done for your organization. You got to keep Steph and Clay and Draymond together for as long as you can. See how many more you can reel off. Because after these guys go, the Warriors might be like in the shitter for like the next.
Really, even with Wiseman, Kuminga, Poole.
Winning with those guys. Those aren't guys.
You don't think so?
That's like my whole argument. Those aren't guys. Like those are pieces, but those are not guys. Like that's
Wiggins.
They're not guys. The NBA. Look at everyone who won. The Warriors. Steph Curry. The year before that, who won?
I mean, it was Steph. Kawhi.
Yep.
Kawhi won. LeBron won. Steph won. And then it was LeBron. It was
KD.
the Spurs.
KD.
Well, KD. Yeah, I'm still counting that as Steph. Like that, kind of like.
Right.
I'm thinking of
Spurs. Tim Duncan.
the Spurs, then LeBron again, and then
Dirk. D Wade.
Well, D Wade's 06. You skipped over Kobe.
Well, but I'm saying like
I know.
old throughout these years. Kobe, Paul Pierce. Go back to 04. 04 is like the one time where
Yeah,
you
a
had
bunch of guys. Well,
Chauncey,
like a bunch of
Rip, Tayshaun, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace. That was like a crazy collective unit of guys. And then, then you go back to the Spurs dynasty, like throughout those years, Kobe, Shaq, and then the Spurs dynasty, whatever. But for the past 5-6 years, you need a guy to win. And like moving forward, once Steph and Clay and Draymond are gone, I mean, bro, you're not winning fucking NBA games with Jordan Poole, Kuminga, and Wiseman
And they got
Andrew
Moses
Wiggins.
Moody. I mean, I don't think they'll be that bad, but those guys would really have to. They'd have to become exact, like the max potential that you could basically see them with.
Yeah.
And it's 4 years, the deal.
4 years, 100.
on top of what he already has right now,
Yeah.
which is like what's his current contract. If they're talking about an extension now, it's probably 2 years. I don't think he signed the max the first time. I think he took less the first time.
I don't know. I don't think he took less.
Did he take max?
He signed a 4-year, $99 million contract.
Yeah, that's not max. That's what.
Depending on the year he signed it could have been a
24
max
and a half a
extension
year.
for him. Like the Julius Randle one was like 4 years, 104 or something
Yeah.
like that. So when Draymond signed it, it could have been like a max extension.
Yeah.
He becomes a free agent in 2024.
Yeah, 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you do that in 2 years? You give him 4 years, 100.
How old will he be?
Million?
Probably be like
He'll be 34.
Yeah, 34.
He'll be 34. You got him till he's 38.
Yeah. And then you just close that book. You go you finish with who you started with. You close that book. They could win, I don't know, 2 more rings in the next 4 to 6 years.
And the cap's going to keep going up, so it's not like you're not going to be able to bring people back.
Right. They're going to bring someone in, either a guy on the tail end of his career that's like still good and can bring value,
Pat
or they
Bev.
can get a nice young stud, like a 3 or 4, like a piece on the wing if Wiggins goes and signs somewhere else and gets paid. Yeah, I feel like you have to do it. I just feel like you do it. I feel like that's the right thing to do. Because what? I don't know. Can you guys see Draymond playing anywhere else?
No.
It would just be weird.
And the Warriors is
I
a
feel
pretty
like he's not as
classy
valuable to
organization.
another team, also. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes 100%.
I feel like he has
I
his
think the same.
defined role with Steph, with
Yeah.
Clay, with Wiggins, with Looney, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see what he'd do. Like, if like the Hornets signed him, like it would just be weird.
I mean,
So-
I don't think he'd go to the Hornets. I think
I was
that
just throwing out a team that like.
No,
at
I know
that
what you
time
mean.
could,
I know
like,
what you're
throw
saying.
Some money, like. I don't know. Where would he go unless it was?
Where's he from? Michigan? He went to Michigan State.
Went to Michigan State. It's my favorite college.
I think he's from Michigan. Yeah, he's
contain-
definitely not. I mean, maybe in 2 years, maybe Pistons figure it out
He's
with
from
what they just
Michigan.
did this offseason, but they still
Saginaw,
won't be the guy.
Michigan. Yeah, I
Yeah, so
think
he's
you
from
probably
Michigan.
have to, but at the same time, it'll set you back for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just a thank you for all you've done.
Yeah, something you should get. It's like the Dirk. Well, Dirk took way less, but
Yeah, here's your flowers while you're here. But Yeah, that was a good episode. It was
Yeah,
dope.
for sure.
Yeah, that was definitely better than the first.
Yeah.
Good shit.
We didn't agree on every single.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Still
let's,
think you're wild for Zion, but get into that next time.
Fuck Zion.